when we see the conversation of dope black dads asking David Lammy whether we need a black political party specifically, number one, let's cut out black. Black is playing the race game. Black does not exist. It does not represent African Caribbeans. Let's speak about our ethnicity, because what happens is when you get involved in the black game is you get into conflation. Anybody can be politically black, because black is a social construct that does not exist. People can self-elect to be African Caribbean, but it will be clear that they are. Men can self-elect to be women. Anybody can self-elect to be anything. But societally, we are aware of what is. So, when we talk about a black political party, it is a nonsense. So what Adpac does is support African and African Caribbean-led political interests. So we formally back in policy, resources, and personnel the We Matter Party and independent candidates who are going for local authority seats. All resources reside in the local authority councils. Forget about seeing your black MP. They are handcuffed, which is what they will never tell you, by party policy, which is why when you look at an MP like David Lammy, who has served in the Haringey constituency as MP since the year 2000, which was an optics candidate. Now, when the Honourable Bernie Grant passed away, his wife ran as a councillor, and the local African Caribbean community said although they loved his wife, who is English, they wanted an African Caribbean candidate. Tony Blair's New Labour put forward the young upcoming David Lammy, who in 21 years has not made one iota of progress in a mainly African Caribbean borough. He has done wonders for the local Greek and Turkish communities. He has done wonders for the local Yiddish community, but he has done absolutely nothing specifically for the African Caribbean community, which is the most sizable population in Haringey, also known as Tom. So there is no Caribbean centre, although you have Turkish centres, Greek centres. We have merely been unorganised, and it's time to take a cold, hard look in the mirror and stop. Just draw a line in the sand and acknowledge where we are and where we are. So I had a great conversation with the candidate for New Cross, Gwenton Slowly, on Wednesday, and he spoke about his desire to have a local centre that oversees, just like any CVS, grassroots organisation activity, spaces for young people, and activity for advocates and professionals. Now, this is exactly an Adpac chapter that he was describing. So by collaborating with local councillors to win seats, we also gain access to resources. Now, he put forward for councillors and the mayor to donate back some of their wages. However, because we look at the institutional nature of running these civic centres, we want to partner and come and create consortiums amongst all of the local grassroots organisations, package them, and then by overseeing the activity through the Schools to Industry Pipeline app or the Adpac app, put them in a position to be finance ready so that we can collectively go to corporations who desire to help us and have stated that they desire to help us through their corporate social responsibility. So last year, when George Floyd was murdered, you had a number of top 100 companies who had pledged millions to stamping out racism in the African Caribbean, for the African Caribbean population. They set a desire to help. Adpac now desire to have those conversations for the millions that were pledged, but were never actually donated. Our desire is to see the correct organizations who are culturally competent receive those funds, so that we can then put personnel in place to irrevocably and transformationally change us being at the bottom of every measurable metric. It has to go past being optics. It has to go past being rhetoric now. We're at a point in history where we have seen everything transpire and understand that nothing will change.
I'll just quick one-word answer. Would there be any value in creating a black party specifically for the UK?
No.
I now want to follow up.
No, I mean, no, I'm not. No, because that would be, as my mum would say, damn stupidness. One, because we have a first past the post system that in the end is tough on the Greens and the Lib Dems, let alone some newbie come along. Look what happened when Chukwuemeka... I'm sorry. Let's get real here.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It's self-evident, right? Where you got myself?